Welcome to the final part 10 of the 60 tips for Grassroots football coaches compilation.
Make sure everyone's values are aligned. So that includes the club, the coach, the parents and the players. So find out what the club want to achieve out of their teams and their setup. Find out what the players want to get out of playing football. What the players want is probably the most important one, but then you need to make sure that aligns with the team and the squad, okay, and the club. What you then as a coach have to figure out is, do your values and the way you want to coach align with what the players want, because they're more important. And then ultimately the parents need to understand what the values are of the club, the players and the coach, and they need to align with that as well. So if you can get all of this aligned, it'll create a great environment for players to play football in. If there is one or two parts of this that aren't aligned, it will cause problems. So try and figure out what all these values are from each people and the club and the setup, and then make sure they're all aligned so you can have a great season. On a game day, relate how you want a player to play, or a position that you want a player to play, to how professional players do it. They look up to professional players normally, and it can be easier to explain what you want out of players by relating it to a player they know. So if you say, I want someone to play as my N'Golo Kante today, I want you to break things up, and if you get the ball, you can break forward from midfield. But your main thing is to break things up. They'll understand that because a lot of them will have watched it at the weekend. And then if you talk about a Harry Kane, where's Harry Kane play? He plays a striker and he sometimes drops into link-up play, but he's there to try and score goals in the box. How does a Riyad Mahrez play? He'll cut in from the side and try and finish, but he'll start out there and he'll dribble at players. Related to pro players they know, and then they'll start to try and act like them, and it makes some of your tactical talks a little bit easier. Make sure your demos are always visual for players. Okay, so what happens is we'll step in and we'll say, right, what we need to do is switch play. So you need to play into that centre midfielder who needs to receive on their back foot to play out there. Okay, or when there's movement there and there's a bit of a gap, I want you to dart through that gap to receive the through ball. Just talking through it, most players won't understand exactly what you need. So as you are talking through it, get the ball to move in the practice, just while everyone's standing there, to show visually what you want as well. So just giving the explanation is not good enough. That most of the players will need to visually see it happen. So do both at the same time. Talk as the ball moves, and it will make you more effective for more players within your team when you intervene. Praise the intention, not the outcome. I've done loads of videos on this and talked about it a lot. Always praise players for what they are trying to do, okay, not what actually is the outcome of what they've tried to do. So if you're trying to get someone to be better at using their left foot, and they've tried to play a pass with their left foot and it's gone wrong, praise the fact they've tried it, because then they will try it again, and the more they try it, they will get better at it. The time that they try to play with their left foot, give the ball away, and then they get criticised for it, they will stop trying to do it. So praise the intention of what they're doing and not the outcome will long term help them become better players, because they'll be confident enough to keep trying things that they sometimes find difficult. So praise the intention, not the outcome. When you do want to work on defending, you don't have to tell the players, because a lot of times you'll tell players we're going to work on defending and you'll get a groan. Okay? Say you're working on attacking, just coach the defending part. So say, right, we're doing 1v1 attacking in the penalty area. We're going to try and score as many goals as we can. You're going to be 1v1 in the penalty area. Okay? Straight away players are like, brilliant, great, and they're going to be putting full effort in. But just don't coach any of the attacking elements. Only coach the defending elements. Or reward the defending elements. So if you score a goal, you'll get 1 goal. But if you manage to defend and win the ball and then break out, you'll get 3 goals. So by putting more of a reward on the defensive side, players will want to do that a lot more. In every practice you're doing, think about what the motivation for the defenders is. So if you're doing an attack versus defence practice and you've got 6 attackers playing against 5 defenders, what is the motivation for that defence? Okay, because even if it's get the ball and drive out, that's still not overly motivating for them. Why don't you try doing it if you're doing attack versus defence? Right, if the defence gets out twice and gets to break out through 2 gates twice, now you get to swap teams and you can become the attack. Okay, instead of playing for a time limit. Watch how much harder players work to defend, and also the team that are attacking, when they lose the ball, watch how much harder they'll transition to win the ball back. So you've got to motivate players to want to defend or want to work in transition if you want to get the most out of your training sessions.
In September, I am running an online coaching course for Grassroots coaches. This can be for coaches that are level 1, uefa C licence or level 2, and it's going to go through everything you need to coach your Grassroots team. There will be lots of value in this for new coaches as well as experienced coaches. We'll be running over 6 weeks with a series of webinars. If you miss a webinar, you'll be able to make it up as well. But we'll go through things like how to plan your sessions, how to adapt for individuals within your group, especially when you've got players that are at different ability levels. We'll go through formation, small-sided games, how to deal with some parents, how to create a culture for your team, how to develop individuals around the 4 corners to help them physically, technically, tactically, psychologically. We will go through loads and loads of session plans and session design stuff. In my experience, that's what Grassroots coaches want. They want help with designing their sessions and how they can do that over a season. So a large bulk of the 6-week course will be working on creating your sessions, making sure your sessions are appropriate for your players, and making sure your sessions are helping players develop. You can sign up and register interest for this course, and then we will be sending out links about how to get involved and get enrolled on the course. It will be starting in September. Hopefully you're looking at the 60 tips videos that we're currently releasing and going through. And you can find more information on the TSC Coaches Club, which is on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook as Seb Tidy. And we'll have lots of free content out there as well. You can already see a lot of free content on our Coaches Club, which, like I said, is on Facebook. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, there's loads on there. Any coaches you think that will really benefit from this course, please share this with them, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you on the course in September.